All right, let's get this bad boy apart. So I've taken apart a Hyundai Accent, a Borrego van, Soul, the Tucson, and they're all the same, and the Sorento. And this is basically how all these airbags are held in. So on the back here, there's a Torx screw. This is a T30, but the Sorento had a T35, which is a real weird side. You basically pry off these little plastic covers here. They just take a little flathead. There's a groove there. See the groove? You just put it in there, pry them off, undo these bad boys. There's one on each side. Some of them require like a deeper socket, like a big fat socket isn't going to fit in there. You need like a skinny one. And then the airbag comes. On the back of the airbag, make sure you've disconnected your battery and at least 3 minutes of it being off before you disconnect it. I know it's scary, but I've only had these off, I've had these off a lot and hasn't blown up yet. So these are the airbag connectors are pretty much the same on all cars, I guess. So these connectors are down and you just pry them up and they disconnect from the back of the airbag. It's pretty straightforward. That goes off. Next, you gotta get the steering wheel off. The steering wheel's held on this one. It's by a 22. 22 soldiers came. Only 22 left. So I hit it with the impact on this and I marked it, although the clock spring only seems to fit one way. So once you take off your nut, you want to get that steering wheel off. The best way to do this is you can totally do this with a puller, is you just grab each side and just keep wiggling this thing. Wiggle, 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 and off she comes. Pull your connectors through. Disconnect your horn and stuff from the clock spring. So some models, there's a lot more stuff in here than the one horn that this Tucson has. It's got no steering wheel controls, but disconnect all your controls there. Put your steering wheel to the side. There's four, to get these things apart, there's only 3 screws on the bottom. They're Phillips head. Take them off. And we take our plastics off. The clock spring's held in with 4 little screws, which just attach there, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the connectors on the back. So I'll show you the connectors here real quick. The white one on this one, which only has 1 wire, which we've rewired. Hopefully it works on this one. This is just a simple push connector. The airbag, though, has a super weird one. So the airbags all have these fancy ones. So that the thing slides back. See? You don't push it down. It looks like you should push this down, but you slide that back and it comes off. And put your new clock spring on. It's about 7 turns. So if you got a brand new one, you can count 1, 2, 3 till it reaches the limit, and then 1, 2, 3 back, and then position it on there. Screw it back in. Put your connectors back in. Plug the airbag in, and then plug your battery in. Like put your key in for. I just go on the passenger side and like put the key in. You're like, come on, don't blow airbag, but it's not gonna blow. And that's it. So that's how you change clock spring. They all went bad on these. Hopefully this used one I got is good. Take care. I don't want to go back to the scrapyard again. But if you can buy a new one, just buy a new one, obviously. But you can change this yourself. It's a pretty straightforward process. These things come apart like gravy. Anyways, if you have any questions, maybe I can help you. But hope you found it useful, and see you in the next one.